Hello everyone, this is Sudhanshu Sarkar, Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical Engineering, Narula Institute of Technology. Today I am going to discuss on the subject circuit theory and network. And in my first lecture, I will discuss on DC networks theorem. So in DC networks theorem, we have 5 networks theorem: Thevenin's theorem, Norton's theorem, superposition theorem, maximum power transfer theorem, and Millman's theorem. So today I'm going to discuss on Thevenin's theorem. Thevenin's theorem is one of the most important theorem of circuit analysis. So to solve any circuit using Thevenin's theorem, we have to follow only 3 steps. So the first step, we need to measure Thevenin voltage. So Thevenin voltage is basically represented with VTH. V for voltage and TH stands for Thevenin. So VTH is actually the Thevenin voltage. So in step 1, we have to measure Thevenin voltage. Step 2, we have to measure Thevenin resistance. Thevenin resistance is represented with RTH. And at the last step, we have to draw Thevenin equivalent circuit. And from the Thevenin equivalent circuit, we have to measure the current through the load resistance. So for that, to analyze any circuit using Thevenin's theorem, we have to consider a circuit. So here we consider a circuit, and in our circuit we have 4 resistance R1, R2, R3 and R4. So in this circuit we measure R4 as our load resistance. So now we are going to calculate VTH, which is actually step 1. So what is step 1? Let's discuss on this. In step 1, first we need to remove the load resistance from the given circuit. So here in our given circuit, R4 is the load resistance. You can find R4 here. This is our load resistance. So from the given circuit, we have to remove the load resistance. That means we have to remove R4 from the circuit. So here at the right side circuit, the load resistance is removed from here. So this is the first part of calculation of VTH. Next, by using Ohm's law, you can find the current of the circuit. So what is the current? If we consider the current I, which is circulating through the circuit, so the I current using Ohm's law, we know that I equals to V by R. But in our circuit, you can see that R1 and R2, 2 resistance is there, and both the resistance are connected in series. So the value of I will be equals to voltage divided by the summation of the current, because the resistance are connected in series. So here the value I equals to the voltage is E and the resistance are R1, R3. So the current equation is E divided by R1 plus R3. Now, what is VTH? VTH is actually Thevenin voltage. So as per the circuit, it is actually the voltage across the open terminal AB. We can represent VTH as VAB because this is the voltage across the terminal AB. So what is this VAB? The VAB is nothing but the voltage drop across the parallel resistance of the open terminal. So here, what is the parallel resistance of the open terminal? R3 is the parallel resistance of the open terminal, because AB is the open terminal, and if you follow from the open terminal, you can see that a resistance which is parallel with the open terminal, that is R3. So VTH is nothing but the voltage drop across the parallel resistance of the open terminal. So here we know that as per Ohm's law, V equals to IR. So in this case, the voltage drop across the parallel resistance of the open terminal VAB, that is equals to VTH, that will be equals to IR3, because the current which is flowing through R3 is I and resistance is R3. And here on the top we find the value of I, that is E divided by R1 plus R3. So now put the value I, that is E by R1 plus R3, and the resistance is R3. So the final value of VTH equals to IR3. So putting the value of I, finally we get VTH equals to E divided by R1 plus R3 into R3. So in this way, easily we can find Thevenin voltage from a given circuit. Now we are moving to the step 2. In step 2, we have to calculate RTH. RTH is nothing but Thevenin resistance. So we have to follow some rules to find Thevenin resistance from this given circuit. So first step is same like the previous step. So what was the first step of the previous VTH calculation? First step was remove the load resistance from the circuit. So here also we have to remove the load resistance from the circuit. So after removing, we will find the circuit which is in the right side. After removing R4, we'll get two terminal, open terminal. One is A and second one is B. Now we have to deactivate all the energy source from the given figure. Look, if you follow in our given figure, you can find there is a energy source, that is E, and here in this page or slide, if you follow very carefully, you can find that E is not there. Because why it is not here? Because we have to follow the load resistance from the circuit, and also we have to remove all the energy sources. So E is the energy sources on the given circuit, so we have to remove the voltage sources, and after removing the voltage source we need to short that line. So please try to remember, if voltage source is there, remove the voltage source and short the line. But if sometime the current source, if it is there, so what should be done? Remove the current source and open the line. So these are the basic difference between the voltage source and current source. For voltage source, remove the load resistance, remove the voltage source and short the line. For current source, remove the current source and open the line. Next, we have to find the equivalent resistance across the open terminal. So here open terminal is AB. AB is the open terminal. Now, after removing the load resistance, after removing the voltage source and shorting the line, if you follow very carefully, you will find that in this circuit R1 and R3, these two are connected parallelly, and the equivalent of R1 and R3 is connected in series with R2. So the final value of the resistance, that is the RTH, Thevenin resistance, is equals to R2, which is at with the parallel or equivalent resistance of R1 R3. So the final equation is RTH equals to R2 plus R1 parallel R3. So in this way we can easily find the Thevenin resistance from a given circuit. Now go to step 3. Step 3 is same for all the circuit. In step 3 we have to draw Thevenin equivalent circuits. From Thevenin equivalent circuit, using Ohm's law, the value of current through the load resistance can be easily determined. Now, what is Thevenin equivalent circuit? Thevenin equivalent circuit is a special type of circuit where the voltage source will be the Thevenin voltage. The resistance, one of the resistance is the Thevenin resistance. And in this circuit, in step 1 and step 2, we remove the load resistance, but here we have to connect the load resistance. And the Thevenin voltage, Thevenin resistance and load resistance, these three will be connected in series. So this type of diagram circuit is called Thevenin equivalent circuit, where the voltage source is Thevenin voltage, where the resistance is Thevenin resistance, and we have to reconnect the load resistance in the circuit. So after drawing the circuit, if we consider that the current which is flowing through the circuit is I prime, then using Ohm's law we can easily find the value of the current which is actually flowing through the load resistance. So as per the Ohm's law, we know that I equals to V by R. So here the voltage is VTH and R means two resistance which are connected in series. So I prime is equals to VTH by RTH plus RL. So in this way we can easily find the current which is flowing through the load resistance. Now come to the statement of Thevenin's theorem. So from the calculation procedure or solving any circuit using Thevenin's theorem, we can come to the end with the statement of Thevenin's theorem. So now you can easily understand the statement of Thevenin's theorem. So Thevenin's theorem is nothing but any linear circuit containing several voltage and resistances can be replaced by just one signal voltage in series with a single resistance connected across the load. So the statement is very easy. So you have to mention here that any linear circuit should please also mention here linear bilateral circuit. Bilateral means current can flow from the both sides, so that is the bilateral circuit, and circuit should be linear circuit. So any linear circuit containing several voltages and resistances can be replaced by just one single voltage in series with a single resistance connected across the load. So this is the statement of Thevenin's theorem. So to making this PPT, I take some help from this website and the link I use here as a reference. So finally, thank you.